Hello everybody, it's Mystic, and welcome back to my library. So I just filmed this entire introduction and realized that my microphone was muted. So I already talked to Thancred to get to the next part of the quest, and basically he's just sending me and Estinian onto the city. He's going to go grab Graha from the alchemists, and then we're all going to meet up there. But basically, in the last episode, we did the Tower of Zot, and I do need to just kind of clarify something. I said I was a little confused about the sisters in the last episode, and I don't know why. I have played Final Fantasy IV before, but it has been a while since I've done the Tower of Zot in 4, and I don't know. I noticed that, like, I looked it up. The sisters in the Tower of Zot in Final Fantasy IV are named differently than what they are here. It's like Cindy, Mindy, and somebody else. But I don't know why I didn't remember that. But yeah, they are from Final Fantasy IV as well. I thought they might have been, but I couldn't remember for sure. If you're new here, I just need to mention, I have an awful memory. It's very bad. Ever since I had kids, my memory has just been bad. So if I say that I don't remember stuff, just bear with me. I have mom brain. I try, but I have an awful memory. So just FYI. Anyway, let's continue on. I have to go talk to the Radiant Guardsmen over by the city, and we will be on our way. Ah, honored scions, you are free to enter at your leisure. As I cannot leave my post, I'm afraid you must make your own way. Should you require directions in the city, the sentry stationed at the fountain atop the steps should be glad to assist you. Does this mean I can finally get the aetheryte here? Because that would be great. If there even is one. I assume there is. Yes, there is. Okay, yeah, this is an actual city. I'm going to talk to you, Estinian, and then I'll go run around and get all this stuff. Though I had been to Radzat before, this place is a veritable maze. Rather than risk getting lost, we had best ask for directions from the sentry at the fountain. Lead the way and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. Okay, so he's accompanying me, but he's going to be like the strong, brooding type. Which is fine by me, honestly. Alright, let's grab some aetherytes. Ah, Mr. Celeste, I presume. I understand you are here for an audience with the satrap. If you require directions to the Megaduda, I should be glad to provide them. The satrap's residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of Radzat. To get there, I would ordinarily recommend a route that takes you by the bazaars in the city's north. Due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed, and the aetheryte disabled. Rude. As such, I will provide you with an alternate path. First, please ascend the steps next to the fountain, then continue left. There will be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on Pox's path. Proceed through the... Please don't expect me to remember this, sir. Proceed through the large doors on the right, and you will arrive at Riveda Fibers. Within, you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. Okay. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. Okay. Do I have any, like, talking areas with him? It doesn't look like it. Okay. I am already not sure if I'm going the right way. Seriously, I told you, my memory is really bad. There's no way for me to remember. Oh, no! There's a spot down there! Okay, hold up. Estinian, follow me, sir. I need to go talk to you, and then we will go up. I hope you don't mind this detour, but I really would like to talk to you. Ah, yes, I know about this portal. It leads to a nearby isle, the treasure vault of one of Radzat wealthiest families. They took the god of luck for their guardian, on account of which they occasionally open up a section of their vaults for aspiring treasure hunters to try their own luck, or so they say. There are also coffers hidden across the land that act as portals. Find one and you gain access to the vault. Really? Something to bear in mind in case you exhaust your funds while on the road. 'Tis a troublesome experience, as I can personally attest. Gee, I wonder why, Ostinian. Are you bad at money, perhaps? Okay. Anyway, let's get back. Heading to Megaduda, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be able to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Riveda Fibers. Though you're free to observe the artisans, take care not to lose your way. Okay, well, they told me to do that, so I'm going to do that. I want to see what's up here. Oop, I see a discussion point. So this is like A weaver area. Cool. Ah, Thavnarian weave. Hard to imagine more vibrant stuff. I dare say Americ would be partial to the gold thread, and the blue, of course. He loves his blue. I've never put much thought into what I wear. A spare set of clothing is usually all I carry, and if that isn't enough, I can always obtain something locally. Hopefully by not spending $1 bazillion. Guilt. You know what I mean. Okay, so we did that. I see an aetheryte. Wait, I think I need to go back down to get to the right hallway. No, wait a minute. Isn't that gonna take me through there again? I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. Yeah, no, this is the exact same place I just was. Okay. I think I'm supposed to go this way then. Yeah, okay. I just saw that person blocking the door, so I wasn't sure. Ooh, how does one obtain that? I will come back to that later. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of the side stuff off YouTube. Like the side quests and the vistas and that kind of thing. I will be doing that off and just trying to stick to the main story as much as possible here. Oh, wow. I wonder what this is. What are they growing? I thought grapes at first, but those are not vines, so I'm not sure. All right, where is this other person? If you're here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Megaduda. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here, it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You can't miss it. Okay, thank you. I'm being a bad YouTuber. I'm supposed to be recording this, but I'm also talking to my friends at the same time about all of the stuff that I've seen so far. And they say hi. So there, I'm going to leave that part in. Not the part where I'm like typing and stuff, but my friends say hi, YouTube. Ah, I remember passing by here with Farshan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamza myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. Sounds good. Wait, am I stuck? Oh, squawk, squawk. Oh, don't eat. He's talking about eating them right in front of them. So rude, Astinian. Alright, this city is so heckin' gorgeous. Yay, we're finally here. And I didn't get lost. Well, I did kind of get lost. You know what? We'll forget about that. Greetings and welcome to Megaduda. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Scions of the 7th Dawn, come at the invitation of His Excellency. Ah, of course, we have been expecting you. I will show you to the audience chamber, if you will please follow me. Ooh, I don't know if I noticed the elephants with the plants before. That's cool. Hey, Graha's okay.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
What do you mean?
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
He really is a cool-looking Ara. I really like his eyes.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
I love you, Graha.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzatan.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia.
Okay.
Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat Han will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
That's a good point. Like, doesn't it hurt? Oh, wow.
'Tis of no moment, a mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
Yeah.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made.
He really is unique for a
In
dragon.
some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
So he knew about everything that was happening in the Heavensward Pack, but chose to ignore it. Interesting.
Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Oh, yeah. Could he have been there?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company. He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom you must look for answers.
And it's funny that she hasn't mentioned any of this to us. Like, she clearly knows. I don't know. Come on, Hydaelyn. Quit being so secretive.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort. 'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsummer did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydralyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
It's a shame we can't ask Midgard Somer.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
Yep. We have a ways to go, that's for sure.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
She's so cute. I love her.
Prithee, a moment.
Yes?
There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect.
Oh, yeah.
The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor. 'Tis thee.
I was wondering if he knew about this. We have crossed paths. I have not spoken with him in some time, though. That's true. I think it was Omega. Is that when he stopped talking to us?
In accordance with the covenant he forged with Hydralin, the stewardship of this star hath ever been his purpose. Silence in the face of thine actions is the greatest sign of his approval.
Wait, no, it was the Alexander raid. Never mind.
'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsormr's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread.
No, actually, I think it was Omega. Like I said, my memory is really bad.
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot, thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
Are you saying I am a burden on them? Oh, wow. Oh no, you're gonna show him, aren't you? Pablimo. Minfilia, wait, they didn't show. There he is. A smile better suits a hero.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end.
Oh god. More foreshadowing with my friends. I hate this.
Cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
I'm gonna try. Why are you bringing the twins in?
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
I'm still really worried.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
Yeah, fair point.
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter.
You could barely see me over the table.
Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
I hope so too. I really like him. He's a cool dragon. It's nice to have a dragon that's actually just being very forthcoming and helpful as opposed to being suspicious. And like, I know they have their reasons. I get that. But it's really nice that Vritra isn't like that. Makes things a little easier. So what were you and Vritra talking about? Nothing. Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the mulberry orchard. Ah, that's what those were. They weren't grapes, they were mulberries. I wonder if the crystal, like the big one, is still unable to be used. From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. Where the street turns, enter the doors straight ahead, then ascend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Radzat Han. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this door takes us. Let me just see if there's anything. I've attuned to that one. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can get to... Well, you know, actually, they're leading me to the Aetheryte. So I guess I can see if I can attune to it in a minute. Alright, let me see if I can attune this real quick, and then I'll talk to Alize and Alphino. According to the message, oh, alright, yeah, I can't use it yet. And here's the Aetheryte Plaza. So far, so good, and there isn't much further to go. From here, we just need to cross the other side of the hall, then pass through the larger of the two doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warding scales. Come, let us join them. We're last, of course, but at least we found the place.
These are the talismans we were promised.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for.
Look at everything about this place is so pretty. Even, like, the things they're using to clasp closed stuff. Why is everything so pretty?
Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
I wonder if every tower has a body part in it. That's so creepy.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations. Of course, we would need to consult with various Alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated. To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
Okay.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
Oh my god, they keep talking about Dalmasca. I want to see it.
We shall share the burden then.
I wonder if we go there for this. Okay, don't tell me if we do, but I'm wondering if we do.
Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Okay.
Please, I must speak with you.
Nidana! She's awake. You okay?
Nidana, you're awake.
Thank you. That's what I just said.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption. It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come.
As you said, Nidana was captured only recently.
She probably
Such
healed
a brief
quickly.
exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
Oh.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
You're welcome. Graha.
Yet who hath truly saved whom?
Yeah, really, without you, we wouldn't have been able to do that.
Part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman? Is this true?
Yup.
Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
Aww. Huh? Oh.
Look at that. Its color is completely changed.
Joy?
What do you have there? How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Yeah, what is that?
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
Huh.
You imply that it is distinct from ether?
Foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions.
I wonder if this is why Heidelin wanted us to have it.
Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion.
Huh.
As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities.
Yeah.
That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory.
This is really
Our
neat.
disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest.
I mean, that's really cool.
But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
Nonsense. You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
I wonder, like, if this is going to be their way of introducing a whole new, I don't know, power? Magic system? I don't know. Like, I'm wondering where they're going with this. Because clearly it's important.
Shall we depart for Sharlayan then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
Okay.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
What else is new? I don't want to leave Radzat Han. I really like it here. Okay, so we got to go to the Baldesion Annex, which means going back to Sharlayan. It's good to be back and with the fruits of our labor safely in storage. For now, we have but to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Thancred suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Oh boy, what's going to go wrong now that I get some rest? Welcome back, Celeste. Kryl has apprised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. While it isn't much, I've changed your sheets and plumped up your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone. be it penning a thesis or defeating deiform entities. So, would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now? Sure, but I mean, they were beautiful already. I just got Archon Loaf too. I love that that's what I got as a reward. It's back to being white again. Or grayish? I don't know if I should leave it there.
Take heart and protect them well.
Oh no, foreshadowing again. I'm so worried. Wait, why am I leaving the flower? This seems like a bad idea. Ugh. Did they bring
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you?
Oh, my heart. They
We've
brought
quite a spread if
food.
you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
I love them all so much. This is so cute. Oh my god. They have burgers. And pizza. Look at his face. I mean, get you somebody that looks at you the way that Graha looks at his burger. This is this is so cute.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well. But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Sharlayan cuisine is not to his liking.
I don't know, Graha likes it.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
They have cookies?
What? To perfect his brooding stare?
That burger is bigger than her head.
Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Sharlayan feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
Okay, you do that.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Quile, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done.
There's so much food.
If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes?
It's on the table that I stupidly left over there.
'Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt. The relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed. And in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day. Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
Maybe.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion.
This whole scene.
They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Okay, but I feel this because I'm so short. I get this, Graha. Oh my god. We ate all of that? Oh god, I'm gonna start crying. I feel like something bad is gonna happen, and like it's like letting me hang out with them. I don't know. I'm so worried. You do know these are my quarters. Shall we call in a night? Are we pushing on until dawn? I would say I don't want to kick them out.
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
Graha's... Oh, no, wait. Is he falling asleep? Ooh, it's green. Huh. Maybe, like, family or friendship. Oh, God. I'm gonna cry. I'm so worried about that. Oh, God, what do you want? Hey, the moon's not orange anymore. Oh, boy.
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that.
Or maybe the cold never bothered him anyway. You don't know.
I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news.
Maybe you should just let it go. Sorry.
Our
Sorry.
tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
I like how he just literally cares about absolutely nothing except me.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome.
You do that.
Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
Even Fan Daniel's like, come on.
No. All else is... equal.
I mean, at least he admits it.
Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke.
Okay.
But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow, until the void yawned once more. And then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn, burn, let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
Can I suggest another hobby? Gardening. Knitting. Crochet.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
I actually am starting to pity him. Which is probably not a great thing, but I mean...
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too.
What is your dream?
Yes. I think that is something we can both enjoy.
Because he hasn't actually elaborated on that yet, right? Do you want to go to the moon, perhaps? Oh, those two. Alright, that actually seems like a pretty good place to stop. Oh god, I'm so worried about my friends. I really, really am. I don't know. I feel like the game is setting me up for some extreme heartbreak. Again, obviously, no spoilers, but I don't know. As for the flower, I had a theory while they were all talking, and I didn't want to interrupt them. So here's my theory. I read a book recently where there was like this AI. I'm not going to say the title of the book because I don't want to spoil it, but there's this AI that could not directly involve itself in the way that people live their lives. So instead, it would like give them very subtle like nudges in the right direction using, you know, everyday, oops, I hit my microphone while I was doing that, using like everyday items or maybe another person like having an idea or something like that. And I feel like this flower, the way that it changes colors at certain times and also seems to affect their moods. Is it possible that that's what Heidelin is doing? Like, she can't talk with them directly right now for whatever reason. So she's trying to, like, nudge them in the way she wants them to go without actually physically saying anything. I don't know. It was just the theory I had while I was going through that cutscene. But yeah, I think I'm going to end this episode here. We will pick up where we left off in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe. If you did Wait, I said that too many times. You know what I mean. And also don't forget to follow me on social media, which I have linked down below. And until next time, I will see you later.